Hi, Tom Anderson, day 73 of 100 Days of Thankfulness. This is part 13 of Pursuing Your Dream. Today we're talking about the importance of being consistent, as well as why I'm so thankful for my good friend Kari Monnens. So I have a couple quotes for you today. The first one's another Confucius quote. This one's not as funny as the last one, more straightforward. It does not matter how slowly you go as long as you do not stop. And that actually makes me think of, kind of the story between the race between the tortoise and the hare, where the hare was taking all these breaks, even though obviously the hare was a lot faster. The tortoise ended up winning the race because the tortoise never stopped, just kept going, whereas the hare ended up taking breaks along the way. The other quote I have is from author Og Mandino. He's best known for his book, The Greatest Salesman in the World, but my personal favorite that he wrote is called The Choice. But his quote is, I will be like the raindrop which washes away the mountain, the ant who devours a tiger, the star which brightens the earth, the slave who builds a pyramid. I will build my castle one brick at a time, for I know that small attempts repeated will complete any undertaking. So you can see there's kind of a common theme with consistency, and that is slow but consistent. I once remember I mentioned to a coworker, a friend of mine, that even working 5 hours a week towards something that you want to accomplish, just an hour a day on weekdays, will eventually amount to quite a bit. And I remember him just looking at me and saying, there's no way you can accomplish anything just putting an hour a day to it. But, given enough time, definitely you can. So if you think about the race between the tortoise and the hare, both of them were persistent. Both of them ended up crossing that finish line. But the difference was the tortoise was the one that was more consistent with his efforts. There's really three things that will impact, consistency is, persistence obviously is really important to you actually, looking forward to a day where you will accomplish your dream. Consistency has to do about how quickly you're going to realize that dream. So there's really three things besides consistency. The other couple things that will improve your speed is your talent, your ability to just work smart, and then the other thing is how hard you're working. Obviously if you put in 20 hours a week versus 5 hours a week, you're going to accomplish it that much faster if you're putting in that 20 hours a week. So those are some different ideas for just accomplishing your goals that much faster. But again, the main thing is just that you stick to it, you never give up, and eventually you'll get there. Kari Monnens is a friend of mine that I've been working with in the Yale organization. And one of the things that has really impressed me, ever since the beginning, we both got involved in that February time frame, right when the company first had products to sell. That was, we couldn't have really gotten involved any time sooner than that. And both of us have been persistent, but I would have to say, but comparing my own efforts versus Kari has been the one that has been the most consistent. Every week she's doing a meeting. When I saw that, I was thinking to myself, and actually I was making some excuses and saying, well, it makes sense for Kari. She's younger. I've got so much going on. I'm so super busy working, 2 other businesses at the same time as this Yavo business. And she's on her summer break, so it makes sense that, she has the time, so it makes sense that she's consistent with it. The reality is school has now started for Kari. I know she's tremendously busy, but she still is taking the efforts, on weekends. She comes, drives from Wisconsin back home, and on those weekends, she's still, the same old Kari, putting in that consistent effort every week, having the meetings every week. She inspires me in that way to be, she's basically eliminating, I talked about eliminating excuses. She's helping to eliminate some of my excuses here because I see her consistent effort and I realize I can do the same thing too. So I just want to thank Kari for that and talk to you later.